So I'm so excited to announce Aladdin and I are celebrating 30 years of being married. Can you believe it? Seems like yesterday. We're older now. I don't look how I used to, but it's not about the outside, it's about what's inside that counts. And I think that that's why Aladdin and I have lasted as long as we have. And the secret to our marriage is, we look at the inside. Yeah, I really don't have anything to complain about in our marriage that I can think of. I guess if I had to say one thing, it would have to be, Abu, right? You remember him from the movie. Abu, he's a little bit of an issue, and I only say that because, you remember in our movie, he was there a lot in a lot of scenes, and you remember how he felt about me when Aladdin took me to his house for the first time, and he wasn't really my biggest fan or anything, and that's okay. Raja wasn't exactly super nice to Aladdin either. So, tit for tat, we're pretty even and fair in my opinion. But Abu was always kind of there in the background. I don't know if you remember. He just went everywhere with Aladdin. He was Aladdin's best friend growing up when Aladdin had nobody. The only one he had was Abu. He was his family. He was everything. And oh, that's my cat Princess. Raja wanted company. He's kind of tired of Abu. So let me continue. The problem, I guess, that I have a little bit with Abu is that he is always there, literally always there. I can't ever have a private moment with Aladdin without Abu being there, if you know what I mean. It's just, I thought that when I traveled the world with Aladdin, that it was just going to be Aladdin and I, and that Abu would stay back at the palace. But Abu just constantly wants to be with us, and he doesn't give us any alone time, hardly. I think I get maybe one day without Abu a week, if I'm lucky. I guess when I started seeing red flags was when Aladdin and I got married. And instead of Abu being so happy for us, which he was at the wedding, but when Aladdin and I went on our honeymoon, instead of Abu being happy for us, he went into a depression. And that just doesn't seem healthy to me. I didn't think much of it at the time when it happened. But looking back now, I see that that was a red flag and it just wasn't healthy. But it's become a problem when I want to go do something just with Aladdin and I can't. And Abu throws a fit. Like, for example, when I said to Aladdin, hey, it's our 25th wedding anniversary. Why don't you and I go to Egypt alone? I want to go see the pyramids of Giza with you. And Abu was like, no, I come with. And I was like, Aladdin, he can't come with. He can't go every single vacation. Every single weekend, every single day. We need a little bit of space between Abu. Like, we can't bring him everywhere. And Aladdin's like, but Abu doesn't have any friends. He doesn't get along with Raja very well. And the rest of the palace thinks he's annoying, and he gets into a lot of trouble anyway, so that's why they don't like him. And so it's just excuses, that all these excuses is all I hear, and it does not translate to alone time for Aladdin and I. So I had to bring him on our 25th wedding anniversary on our vacation to the pyramids of Giza. Aladdin and I are trying to, have our time, and Abu is right there, I'm on the carpet underneath the stars, looking at the stars, and I was like, Aladdin, we really need more time. And so we drop off Abu places, and he will be satisfied, like going around for a little while. So in that sense, we do get some reprieve, but it's still just, it's this obsession with needing to be with us, where Aladdin and I are. It's like I get to have alone time. Like right now, I'm talking to you guys alone without Abu hanging around in the background, but the only reason that that's happening is because Aladdin is out of the palace. Okay, so therefore Abu is with Aladdin. But it's like I would really like to have time when I'm with Aladdin that Abu's not there. Okay, I feel like I have been very gracious. I feel like I've been very patient with Abu. For example, another problem that Aladdin and I have with Abu, or it's more me, Aladdin's not really, doesn't seem to see this as a problem, so that is another problem. But anyway, so there's this oasis that's near the palace that Aladdin and I used to go to a lot when we were dating, before we got married. I don't know if you remember our second film, Return of Jafar, but anyways, the point is that you know, Aladdin and I, we used to have a lot of fun there, and we would go there all the time. Well, Abu wasn't always there back then, but again, the red flags that I didn't see, just the fact that he was usually around us, even if it wasn't 100% of the time. Now it's 100% of the time. Back then it was like 50% of the time, but now, like, since we've gotten married over the years, it's like, yeah, it's pretty much 100% of the time, maybe 98% of the time, if I'm honest. Like, but that's still a lot. That's pretty close to 100. But the point is that, yeah, like, so there's this oasis that Aladdin and I, because Abu throws such a fit and he gets super angry with Aladdin if we don't go to this oasis every single week, at least 2 days a week. He just goes crazy and he makes our life miserable. He will throw things around the room, and he just makes a mess all over the palace if he doesn't get his way. So that is a huge problem. And again, Aladdin doesn't seem to have an issue with this, because he's like, you know, Jasmine, he's the only family I have. He doesn't have anybody. It's always the same story. And I'm like, yes, I know he doesn't have anybody, but this is an issue. I'm tired of going to that oasis, Aladdin. I don't want to spend every week, you know, twice a week. I don't want to have to go there all the time. I'm sick of it. It's been 30 years. We've been going to that same oasis 2 times a week. I'm done. I am done. I love that oasis, but I need at least like a good 5 years of not going to that oasis after having gone there for the past 30 years, like twice a week. I just need 5 years of not going there so that I can actually start to miss it again. Okay, it's amazing. It has like all kinds of fruit growing from the trees. There's like slides and things like that are naturally built into the earth. There's this wonderful pool that we can swim in over there. It's in the middle of the desert. It's awesome. Lots of people go, but it's like, Abu, why don't you get some friends and go to that oasis by yourself? So, and that's another problem, like Abu's inability to make friends. It's because he's like a mischievous monkey, and I get it, because he's a monkey and that's what they do. That's how they all act, like grabbing bananas and like squeezing them to where they like fly out at you. It's like you don't want that in your home, okay, all the time. You just don't. He doesn't go to bed on time. His hours are all different. It disrupts my life. Like, I have to do things on his schedule a lot of times. So yeah, I mean, but otherwise, I mean, Aladdin and I are good. We're pretty good, you know. It's just that Abu situation. So I don't know. I honestly don't know. I don't see a way around that. Like, if Aladdin's not willing to like put his foot down towards Abu. That's why I love my tiger Raja so much. Like, Raja does not insist on having to go everywhere and be a part of every single thing that we're doing. He gets it. Like, he understands distance, and he understands the need for privacy, that Aladdin needs his downtime. Aladdin doesn't always want to get growled at, you know, because sometimes it's just like if Aladdin's been out all day sweating and stuff, like Raja can sometimes growl at him a little, but I mean, that's neither here nor there. But the point is that they give each other space, you know? And so I just wish that Abu would also give me space, the space that I need. Yeah, Abu is always like pulling the sympathy card because, you know, he doesn't really have like a monkey family either. Like he was alone on the street, deserted, just like Aladdin was. So they were both deserted. So they kind of understand each other like that. So I don't know what to do, but if you guys want to leave me some advice in the comments below as far as what to do about Abu, like what I should say to Aladdin, because like I've said everything I think that I can say honestly at this point. It's like I really wanted Aladdin to be a part of this discussion here. I wanted him to come sit with me and talk about it together for you guys, but he was like, no, I'm not going to that. I don't need to talk to anybody about it. And I think it's just his pride that he has. I think he believes that he's right, honestly. Like he and his monkey, like Abu, like they're just like one practically. But sometimes it's like, well, what about me? I'm your family too, Aladdin. I'm your family too. So it's like another problem that we have with Abu is that he's not always super kind. Like sometimes Aladdin and I will be walking around the marketplace, minding our business, just shopping or whatever, just relaxing. But Abu will start stealing people's things. And it's like, Abu, we have money to pay for all of that. Like you do not, he doesn't even need to be stealing any of this. Like, so, I mean, I've been dealing with this for years, so I'm pretty like understanding of this all, but it's not like, that's embarrassing to have your monkey like Abu goes and is still robbing and still stealing in the marketplace. Like that's embarrassing. And Aladdin's like, well, that's just how he is. That's just how he was raised. He had to steal, you know, to eat, and he always stole for me. So this is why he does that. But it's like, yeah, but you're royal now, or you're part of my family. Like we have money to pay for everything. You don't need to be stealing. Like he steals from regular people that like we have more money than them. So I just don't, I don't see the reason why he should continue to steal. Like that's another issue with Abu, like, and him always being with us. Like why can't he just stay at the palace sometimes so Aladdin and I can have some alone time, you know? Like we need that time alone, and Abu is just causing drama every single week when he's with us. Like it's stressful, kind of. I just need distance. Like, I don't know. Can't he go live with Snow White for a year or two? I don't know. She doesn't want him. Like I call her on the phone. She knows all about Abu, and she doesn't want to take him. So, and I wouldn't want to do that to her either. That's like, I know that he's a problem, so I can only imagine the problems that he would cause for her and the 7 dwarfs. And I just don't want to bring that to her. Yeah. So thank you guys so much for listening. I really appreciate it. It's just sometimes I need somebody to talk to about these things, and it's just hard, you know, at the palace. I mean, I have my handmaidens, but you know, they're busy a lot of times, like washing all the clothes and getting all the food ready and cleaning and everything. So yeah, it's like, again, I feel like Aladdin and we have a good marriage. So